Good morning, everybody. I'm Reverend Michael Everett Davis, and it's June. Wow, already. And June is the month, with our 12 powers, it's the month of imagination. It's also the month where we celebrate the LGBTQ community with pride. It's the month following the race. It's the month of cottonwood in the air. And this month, this year, with our focus on worthiness, we're looking at, obviously, self-expression. I am worthy of expressing myself. And so I went to start this talk a while ago, and I was like, okay, where do I begin with this? So I sit down, I start thinking about it. Feelings of unworthiness start surfacing. I realize we've already talked about expressing ourselves, we've covered growth, personal growth, self-love, health, abundance, and success. And now I'm worthy of expressing myself. Oy. I've spent most of my life keeping my opinion to myself, afraid to disagree, afraid to agree, afraid if I say what's on my mind and what I'm thinking that I will come across as ignorant or as arrogant, afraid that people will think I'm strange, afraid that people will find out who I truly am, afraid that I will find out who I truly am. I spent a lot of my life afraid of, to quote Cyndi Lauper, showing my true colors. But as I age, as I grow spiritually, those layers of onion start peeling away to that inside and getting rid of those layers that I don't need. And I was thinking about that with those outer layers of an onion, the dry, flaky ones that end up everywhere. Those are there to protect the inside of that onion. And it's my job to get rid of all of those to the vulnerable part. If I can be vulnerable for you, then you can grow as well. And as Spirit would do to me, our affirmation is, I am worthy of expressing myself. I could never find the sources that I wanted for this talk. I would look for things, I couldn't find anything. I'll look for this Bible verse, I will look for this inspirational thing. It's not there. Because I'm worthy of expressing myself. So guess what I'm doing today? I'm expressing myself through Spirit. We all express ourselves in different ways. I express myself, there's artistic ways, there's ways of serving that we express ourselves, and it's just how we show up in the world. And I often say I'm a man who wears many hats, and I don't like wearing hats. But I do many things. And one of the things that I do to express myself is I'm an actor. And I get to play many roles. And as an actor, I get to find myself in the characters that I play. And I also find the characters within myself. the character and myself, can grow from each other. And also, I express myself as a singer. I often use other people's music to express myself, and I have written music myself. So sometimes I say I am a songwriter, and I don't believe it, because I don't have hit songs out everywhere. But I've written some, and I'm proud of those. But I remember I was at a music conference, and the Reverend Michael Gott, who's now the senior minister at Unity in Houston, he was the keynote speaker that day. And he started out his career as a musician and as a songwriter through the Center for Spiritual Living, or Religious Science, which is where he was originally ordained, and then he was ordained through Unity. And he would write his own songs, and he would also use other people's songs, like we do here, for inspiration. And he loved Ricky Byers. I love Ricky Byers. Who doesn't love Ricky Byers? She's amazing. And he loved singing I Release and I Let Go. He recorded I Release and I Let Go. He recorded some other Ricky Byers stuff, and he would always do his best to be Ricky Byers. And one day he listened to a voice in his head that said, "Michael, you will never be Ricky Byers. Ricky Byers is Ricky Byers, and you are Michael Gott." And he realized that he has to be himself. As it says, be yourself, everyone else is taken. We are here as expressions of the divine. We're each individual expressions of the divine having this human experience. We are spiritual beings having a spiritual or a human experience. And through the teachings of Unity, through the teachings that I learned at One Spirit, being ordained as an interfaith minister, and through times of meditation and quiet and times of music, I realized that yes, we are having this human experience for the divine. God is so big. It takes each and every one of us and each and everything to express its being. I remember, this was several years ago, I was new at being the music director here, and we were getting ready to do a minister's search. And we had lots of guest speakers, and Louise Dunn was one of our guest speakers. And I had reached out to her and said, "Is there any specific music that you would like done for your talk?" And she said, "Yes, I would like this song called I Don't Need to Know by Daniel Namet. I think that would be perfect with my talk. Please do that." And I'm like, "Okay, great." Because I'm a people pleaser, so I want to do what people want. I'd never heard of Daniel Namet before in my life. So therefore I hadn't heard the song. So I look it up, it's like, oh wow, this is a great song, this is really cool. So I get the music, and then I became addicted to Daniel Namet. I have all of his music now, and I sing a lot of his music. And again, similar story to the Michael Gott thing. I was at music conference doing a workshop with Daniel Namet. He was the workshop leader. I don't remember much about the workshop. We were supposed to be thinking of who we wanted to be. And I said out loud and directly to him, it's like, "I want to be you." And he said, "No, you don't." And I remembered Michael Gott saying, it was like, "For me, you'll never be Daniel Namet. Daniel is Daniel." But I get to, as a singer, use his music, and I still express myself through it. And that's how I get to be me and not him. I mentioned the poem last week. Actually, last week I said these words: be who you were sent here to be. Be the voice, be the heart, and create heaven right here, right now. Be the voice, be the heart. You are the voice of the divine. You are the heart of the divine. And as Reverend Susan said this morning, the thought never leaves its source. You are God's thought. God is our source, and we never leave that source. We are each divine. And in the poem Desiderata, I did a little quote from it last week on, no doubt the universe is unfolding as it should. Even the hard stuff, the stuff that we don't like, the universe is unfolding. And right before that, it says, you are a child of the universe, no less than the trees and the stars. You have a right to be here. And whether or not it is clear to you, no doubt the universe is unfolding as it should. So you have a right to be here. You are a child of the universe. You are that expression of the divine. The divine God, Spirit, is working through you as you. So don't silence yourself. In my younger years in college, I had two wardrobes. I had the clothes that I wore when I was around campus and in the theater department, and then I had the clothes that I wore home. And my mother may be watching this afternoon. You didn't know this probably, or maybe you did. But no, when I was in college, I was kind of goth before goth was a thing. I wore black all the time, ripped jeans, sometimes eyeliner. My hair was long, no matter where I was, my hair was long. I had this amazing black duster coat that I wore all the time. And when I would go home, I wore more conservative clothing. Nice jeans, polo shirt, maybe a shirt and a vest. I dressed differently there because I was afraid to express myself as I am, because that's not who maybe my family thought I was. We spend a lot of time being who and what we think the world should be. It was like, it doesn't matter. Last year going through the 12 powers, I changed the tips of my hair every month. I had pink hair, purple hair, yellow hair, orange hair, green hair, blue hair. And I was a little worried when I first started it. And then I did it and I went out into the world and I was like, nobody's paying attention to me. I have pink hair and nobody really notices. So what was I worried about? I got to express me. I got to be. And if somebody did say, hey, why is your hair pink? And I was like, because this is the power of love. I'm expressing this power. Why is your hair light blue? It's imagination. So don't worry what other people are thinking. They're worried about themselves. They're not concerned with you. And what other people think about you is not any of your business. There's a saying, it was dance as if no one else, or dance as if no one is watching. Let it free. Be free, be free, be free. In a minute, I'm going to sing a song. I realized last night that I was going to sing this song this morning. but I'm going to sing it, and that's going to be the end of my talk. It's a song by Faith Rivera that is called Child of the Universe. Ed has a song called Child of the Universe. We might sing that next week too. But the musical Shrek, okay? In the musical of Shrek, if anybody has seen it or knows the movie of Shrek, you have all your fairy tale creatures that have been banished into the woods because they're freaks, even though it's a dwarf that had sent them out because he was afraid to embrace himself. But in the end of the musical, because it's a fairy tale, they're all living happily ever after. They're all living in town together, and they sing this big, wonderful song. It's called Let Your Freak Flag Wave. So I invite all of us to do that. Embrace the craziness inside of you. If you think your weirdness, your oddness, that's what makes you unique, that's what makes you you, embrace it. Don't be afraid to show it. If you feel like you need to stifle that, let it out and dance. Like Karen sang, I hope you dance. Now I'm changing the mood. Child of this universe, the ocean dances at my feet, the wind plays a melody through my hair, I am loved at every turn, I am kissed by Mother Earth. I am a child of this universe. The sun warms me in its embrace. The stars have aligned for me in the sky. I am honored by all life. I am held by Father Time. Every blade of grass, every shaking leaf on a tree, every mountain top sings of the glory of God moving through me as me. I am a child of this universe. Through my breath all of life can breathe. I plant the seeds with my every dream. I can love at every turn. Give a kiss to Mother Earth. Yes, I am a child of this universe. I greet the God in each face. I am a channel for peace to flow. Oh, I honor all of life. Yes, I am one with Father Time. To every blade of grass, grass, to every shaking leaf on a tree, to every mountain top, I sing of the glory of God moving through all, moving as me, moving as you, moving. Let's all take a deep breath in and let that out. To paraphrase Mary Ann Williamson and the Course of Miracles, playing small helps no one. You were born to do great things. You, and I mean every one of you. Be yourself and dance. Thank you.